Hello, welcome back to Steve's Corner. Oh, Uncle Joe got caught with his hand in the cookie jar, didn't he? What was it, about 6 months ago or so? He was griping about how serious he was taking the uh, classified documents and the way they're handled and everything. When they caught some in Trump's office down in Mar-a-Lago, and now Biden's have come out. And the kicker is they got him before the election in November, and they didn't say anything. And not only once, but twice. Once before the election and once after. And then they found some more just the other day. They then found three stashes of it. And Trump can always say he was president and he declassified them, but Biden can't say that. And he's had them for 6 years, over 6 years, since he left office as vice president. So now they've had to assign a special prosecutor or counselor or whatever to the case. They had to because they did Trump that way. That's what gets me though. They're finding out more and more that Penn Biden office where they first found him. How much money he got from paid from them, and how much Penn University had been paid by the Chinese, and that Hunter had a job with one of them Chinese firms, or they were paying him money or something like that. This could be terrible. But I was thinking the other day, this might be the way to get rid of his butt. See, I said last year that after the after the midterms, I figured they would try to get rid of him, try to push him out of office to say he was sick or something. You know what I mean? But this might be what they're doing because the Democratic Party don't seem to be taking care of him like they did Hillary or anybody else, and the media's starting they're trying to protect him a little bit by saying it's a totally different situation and that he voluntarily turned over papers that he found and stuff. But I, they're not pulling for him as hard as they did for Hillary when she got them phones, when she smashed them phones and had her own private server. That was dangerous as heck. But yeah, they don't seem to be the media don't seem to be pulling for him as hard. And that when you assign that special counselor to look into it, he can look into whatever he feels like then, wherever the evidence leads him. And they wouldn't do that, I don't think, if it were going to keep him around. I don't know. And now he's starting to talk more in public too. You found that out? Used to he'd just say one or two little lines and he'd walk off, but now he's giving more talks in public now to the press corps. How's that? You know, that's the way they won the election. They kept his butt in the basement, so nobody could see how messed up he was. But now they're letting him go out and talk, and he screws up every time he talks. He's just not with it. It's not his fault. He's just, mentally not there. But I think that's what, and I think it ticked him off a little bit that he's pretty much said that he was going to run in 24, and they're not. There's very few of them that are admitting that they don't want him to run, but there's a lot of them that don't want him to run in 24. And I think this is the way they'll probably let him hang in there to the end of his term. But this is the way they'll stop him from running in 24. He's done served a purpose for him. He was somebody they could pull across the finish line and get to office for him. But he's not somebody they want going forward. I don't know, but I think that's the way it's going to work out now. I was close. I kind of half right. It's amazing. I mean, he's got a lot of baggage. Him and Hunter have got a lot of baggage, and from the surface, it doesn't look good at all. So we'll see. Oh, I seen saw two bald eagles this morning. I come home from a walk and I was sitting down in the living room there, got me a glass of tea for a few minutes, and I kept hearing the noise outside, and it sounded just like an eagle to me. And so finally, about 10 minutes later, I had to get up and go take a look, and I found him. He was sitting, he was perched on top of the daggone electric pole across the street over yonder, and there was two of them over there. And I mean, you just don't see them this far inland. We're not that far. I mean, the river's about 2 miles down the road yonder, and I've seen them down at the river. I seen them over near the string factory I used to work at because it was right on the river, and but I've never seen one this far away from the river. I think they might be building a nest across the road over yonder. There's a patch of woods over yonder because when they left that daggone electric pole, that's the way they flew. So I think they, I don't know. I was excited. I love to see them things. When I was a kid, you didn't ever have them around here, and then they started coming back. Well, we had that keep home coming in the river down the road down here, and it was a deadly chemical that got loose in the river, and it kept them away. I don't know if it killed any of them or not, but I mean, they say an eagle, bald eagle, won't be nowhere where the water's not clean and pure. So, but they've been coming back here past 15, 20 years. You start seeing them. It had to be longer than that because I seen that one down yonder when I was going to work that night at the string factory. So it'd have to be around 20 years ago, I guess. So, but I was excited all about that. The baby come home from the store. I said, baby, I seen maybe a couple bald eagles. That's a big bird. I've always been amazed by them. They had one in a little zoo up there towards Richmond. It had been injured, and I don't think it could have been released in the wild again. So they kept him up yonder. When we was kids, we went up there school trip, and I was just amazed at it. Because, like I said, then we didn't have any around here. But yeah, I'm surprised they're this far inland though. They tend to hang out down towards the rivers where they can catch fish and stuff. I don't know. I'd like to see them set up shop across the road over yonder, raise a couple of little ones. That'd be nice. Well, that's about it. That's about all I got. Y'all be good. We'll talk to y'all later.